Here is how to hang rails and typhoon bridges. Start by placing a rail on the forks. Make sure the holes on the rail line up with the wall brackets the best as possible. Also make sure the heat ports on the rails face the wall. Next, raise the rail. If the rail is not centered on the forks, you might have to hold it on both ends as you raise it up. Once you get the rail high enough, you then can lift it onto the wall brackets. Once the rail is up, use an alignment tool to align the holes. Next, place a bolt through one of the aligned holes and use a lock washer and nut and tighten up. Next, place the last 3 bolts in and get them tight. Repeat on all other wall brackets. Next, measure the distance between both rails. Make sure that measurement matches the distance between the V-rollers on the bridges. After rails are hung, get a 2x4 and a C-clamp and clamp the front bridge to the forklift. Next, lift the bridge. Start by working on one side. Place a block in between the rail and the bridge, then bolt it together. You will have 2 blocks per side. Once one side is done, move to the other side. Use the forklift to line up the holes for the other blocks. Next, pick up the main bridge. Make sure you pay attention before lifting the bridge to make sure the forks don't hit any brackets on the bottom side of the bridge. Align the V-rollers with the rails the best you can before lifting the machine completely. Once the bridge is on the rails and all 4 V-rollers are on, push the bridge away from the end of the rails, and carefully back the forklift out from the bridge. Next, measure the distance on both sides to end of the rail to square the bridge. Once the bridge is square, get 2 gears without the screws in the back, and install the 2 gears on the hubs attached to the idler shaft, not the motor. Next, get the main bridge bracket. The longer end of the bracket goes towards the rear bridge. Use 2 bolts and tighten. Repeat hanging the rear bridge as you did the main bridge. Make sure to use a 2x4 and a C-clamp to ensure the bridge is stable when lifting. Once the rear bridge is on, square the bridge and place 2 gears on the idler shaft. Once the bridges are all up, you now can install the stops on the rails. We have multiple designs, so make sure you use the right stop that works with your machine. Thanks for watching. Any questions, please contact Oasis.